Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Crankshaft.
What's up, Crankshafters? Welcome to the show that tech-close yourself before we wreck-close yourself.
Why wouldn't it be Crankers?
What's up, Crankers?
No, it's Shafters.
Okay.
They're Shafters. It's the show where we play Flesh and Blood in person, and we have fun. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings.
It's the show where people stop being polite and start getting real.
That is true. I've stopped being polite with Citric a long time ago.
Most people have, honestly. It's
like
a real problem in my life.
I feel like you encourage it. You're like, if we're going to become friends, I want you to be mean to me, not hold back, maybe call me a cuck, potentially.
I mean, yeah, as long as it's like Looney Tunes cartoonish.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we up to today?
So today I have Kayo Armed and Dangerous, once again.
All right. I'm changing it up this time. I'm playing Azalea, Ace in my hole.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. I feel like, who do you think is favored in this?
I don't know. I feel like potentially Azalea, because she just has a lot more like stuff that Kayo has to respect, like on hits and value.
There's a lot of really annoying arrows, but I think it's close.
I do think,
see,
yeah. I think Red on the Ledger is less good because KO can still do like a one action, like 10 to 12 or something, or even just 8.
Yep.
Like he can gain a lot of value off one action.
Yeah, no, totally.
So I think it's just like general value and not like have to slam Red in the Ledger. Because some matchups like Ninja, if Azalea can loop Red in the Ledger, she can just run away with the game. I don't think that'll work against KO, but I think it will be very annoying if I like have a Blood Rush and you're like, here's Red in the Ledger plus Seek and Destroy or something.
Yeah, I suspect the matchup really depends on who gets out to the front foot early and then who can keep it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very tempo oriented.
Yeah, KO does have some armor, which will be helpful.
I was gonna say, yeah, the fridge I think is actually kind of huge here.
Yeah, for sure. Although Fleshbag does almost nothing. I guess it's harder to
I can't really have the go wide.
Rabble
golden shot turn
type turns or golden shot stuff or whatever. But yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Well, let's play it out and see.
Let's do it. Would you like to cut, my friend?
I would love to cut.
Would you like to call even or odd?
I will call. Are you rolling 1 dice or 2?
2.
2 dice. All right. I will, because 7 is the most likely outcome. I will, in fact, select odds.
All right. It is 7. Is faded.
Michael Feng doesn't believe in this, and it is important to note that this is empirically correct.
Dave, every time I always roll 2 dice for whatever reason, and David is always like 2 dice or 1, and it makes me laugh a little bit, and then I think each time a little bit more. Like it's one of those jokes that's like not really that funny, but if you keep doing it, it's just like, 1 dice or 2.
All right, there you go.
I guess I don't really know why you can't just roll 1. I think rolling 2 seems like, you won. What are you opting to do?
Oh, yes, I should do that before I reveal. God forbid I let you see that I'm running Death Dealer.
Yeah.
I will...
no Barbed Castaway?
In this, it's a great question. In this matchup, I think having an arsenal does seem valuable in getting the engine going. I'm going to try going first. We're going to do that.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. And I'm sure I will immediately regret it. Okay. And we have our tokens here. Those sideboard. And I will drop. Good luck.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun. All right.
In the last episode, you told me have no fun when I declared good luck, have fun.
We love to have fun, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. Tunic to 1.
Mm-hmm.
We'll not miss the first one of those. We're going to pitch to activate Death Dealer. We're going to load in a Sleep Dart.
Okay.
Floating 1 resource. We'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I will. We'll play a Ravenous Rabble.
Oh, there you go. What you got?
There's a Deadeye on top, so that's coming in for 3 go again.
3. Understood. I'll block 3 with a runner.
Blocking 3 with a runner.
Check me out, I got the real ones this time. I
You,
don't have
in
a
fact, have the real runner.
hideous proxy. I stole them from Yuki. I'm actually playing her deck now. It's not a joke.
And we will do. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we have 3 cards in hand. Is it worth sending with that? I don't think it actually is. So we're going to send the Sleep Dart for 5.
Sure.
On hit, lose your hero ability.
Pretty good hero ability. Although I could equip a second Mandible Claw. I'll block 6.
For 1 turn.
Cat, no?
Okay, I will Arsenal.
Okay, nothing from me.
Sure.
We'll draw my 3 cards. I've seen people do this on stream where they like don't want to look at the cards right away, so they like pick them up off the top.
Sure.
Seems a little unnecessarily. I like just picking it up and dealing it, but that one works too.
I had an opponent at a couple of weeks ago at an RTN who was playing Dromai, and he did the thing where you like pick up your deck and you deal 4 cards out, and he set his deck down and then drew the 4 cards off the top.
My God. So he looked at those cards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know that just like replaces drawing cards in my brain completely.
And the judge was like, the judge didn't know what to do, and so he asked because he was like filling in for someone who's like the more normal judge, and he texted the more normal judge, and the judge was like, "Was it this guy?" Because apparently he's done it before.
Damn. I think that's a pretty easy fix. I mean, that's a lot of cards. Like I think the fix is generally like your opponent looks at all the cards in your hand. Although if they didn't mix together, I don't know. It's not a judge show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
But,
the ruling was he kept his hand and shuffled in the new cards.
Was this like the first turn of the game too? So there was like no stack set up
No,
or
it was pretty far in. It was like maybe halfway into the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know there's like some consideration of like the pitch stack being like in an order once you've started making it.
Right.
Okay, so I started my turn with my Spring Tunic. Pretty smart move, I think. And then I'm going to attack with a Send Packing for 6.
Send pack. All right, I will banish my arsenal. There's a Lace with Frailty in there.
Okay, cool.
And this does not have Go again.
Correct.
We will block out 6.
Sure. Deadeye. No reaction from me. I will close the combat chain and do an Agile windup.
Sure.
Make an Agility and a Might. And then Arsenal.
Sounds good.
Drawing my 8 cards for turn.
I will return Lace with Frailty back to my hand.
Look at you.
Okay. Tunic to 2. We will pitch to activate Death Dealer. Load in a Drill Shot to draw a card.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we're gonna play the Lace with Frailty and shoot the Drill Shot for 7 on hit. Get a Frailty on hit. Lose 1 off your armor.
Sure. And then you have 1 floating, 1 in hand.
Correct.
Alrighty. I think I will block for 7 and not trigger my Bonebreaker, but that's okay.
Okay, sounds good. And I will Arsenal.
Cool. All right. No Rain Razor shenanigans. I'll put -1s in my stuff.
Unfortunately not.
Start of my turn. I will take the Tunic, and the Agility and Might will pop. I really like that Agility and Might happen at the start of your turn, because you could technically be like, these are popping, and then you're like, oh yeah, also my Tunic. I feel like it's helping me remember Tunic, is that it's like there's something else happening at start of turn.
Sure. I will say, I asked Michael about this, and technically, you're supposed to Tunic first and then your tokens, and someone, if they wanted to get real sharky about it, could say you miss your Tunic counter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, because they both say at the start of turn, but I guess you'd have to like specify if the order was gonna happen in a certain way.
Yeah, I am not sure.
Because I think they're both like triggers or whatever, so you could just be like, but it is true that if there's like simultaneous triggers and you don't like specify that they're all happening, then they could be considered missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would be.
He was also clear that like this is a thing that like no one except like gigantic monsters would actually ever do. But
yeah, there's an old. I think it was in the Calling Singapore. Like somebody put their pitch under and then went to Arsenal, and technically the rules say you're supposed to Arsenal and then put pitch under. So his opponent was like, you can't Arsenal, and the judges had to be like, yeah, I guess that's true. I think they've like changed some rules that make it like that kind of stuff a little more lenient and make you not like strictly follow. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, for stuff like that doesn't affect game state at all, like that's. Yeah.
I will play a Blood Rush Bellow.
Okay.
pitching a reckless swing and discarding
Sure.
a card at random.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one.
2. It is an agile windup. So I
Okay.
make a new might.
Mhm.
So I have +1 from this might. I make a new one, and I will draw
Mhm.
2 cards.
Sure. Get your cards, girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll start with a pack hunt, paying 2. So that gets +1, so that'll be for 6, 7, 8, 9. And we intimidate a card.
Yep.
Where's the 9? Let's take this one,
Okay.
and then go again from agility.
Yep. I will say no blocks.
Okay, no reaction. Take 9. Then I'll do swing big for 10.
Yep. It's a good turn you got there.
It's not bad. My brain kept
Um,
forgetting I played Blood Rush, so I was like, oh yeah, 2, 2, 2, 2 blues. I can do the claw, and then I was like, no, that doesn't.
Sure.
That's not how math works.
Okay. I guess we could do.
Let me tell you, there's one quicken in it for you if you block this out. I was like when our friend Alex has the like metal one. He's like, no, I have the metal one. I'm gonna give you the metal one.
I guess there is no reason not to do that. Yeah, we will block out 6.
Sure, taking 4.
Take 4.
Alrighty, we'll pass it to you, and
Okay.
with a might.
I will take my intimidated card back in my hand
Mhm.
and tune it counter to 3. We will Skullbone Crosswrap.
Sweet.
Uh,
I keep thinking I
opt
like put
one.
these cards down, and I was like, and then draw 4 more. It's a very funny thing to do.
I will bottom that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play a Scout's Periphery. I'll look at the top card of my deck.
Alrighty.
Put that on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We will play a Premeditate. We will pop Tunic and shoot Infecting Shot 4. That is going to be 11 on hit. Get a Blood Rot.
And you make a ponder as well.
And a Ponder, yes, correct.
Alrighty. And Blood Rot, I have to pay 3 to avoid taking
Correct.
damage? Okay. 11, you say?
11. Notably less than 13.
Less than 13. But add the Blood Rot, that becomes 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. You also, you could get a ponder. That's interesting. Do I care a lot about keeping you off an arsenal? But I have a might.
What's little old me gonna do with an arsenal? I wouldn't even know what to do.
It's for 11?
It's for 11, correct.
Okay.
I suppose I should indicate that with these fancy Terry tie dice.
Man, I love Terry Tide dice. They're so cool.
Available at, I believe it's tiecards.com.
If only there was a discount code that Terry had given us.
Terry,
To
I
use.
will be bugging you for sponsorship money.
Look how beautiful these dice look on the show. I think I'm going to try doing this, just because I can block 11 if I do this. Yeah, I'm going to do 6, and then 7, and then, do you have any reactions?
I don't, but I assume you're going to Reckless Swing.
Do a reckless swing.
All right.
So you take 2,
I
and
will take 2.
then I block 11.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay.
I will go fuck myself.
I mean, look at this might I'm burning. I'm wasting a whole might of value.
Okay. I end my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw back up.
Sounds good. On my turn, I will take Tunic, and the might will break, and then I will pass.
Sounds good.
Drawing up.
I will take Tunic to 1. We're going to pitch a Lace with Blood Rot to Death Dealer in a Remorseless. Draw a card. Play a Read the Glide Path, opt 1. We will keep that on top. Play a Premeditate and send Remorseless for, that will be 11.
Good old 11.
Ponder on hit.
Sure. So threatening another ponder.
Remorseless, in effect on hit.
Yeah. A little harder to get to 11 without a
Yeah.
reckless swing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could use a reckless swing that's in my hand right now. Definitely have one. 11. I'll block 3 with a Clash of Agility. So we clash, and the winner gets an
Clash.
agility. I have 7.
I have a whiff.
Okay, so I'm making agility.
Yep.
And then I'm blocking 3 on 11, so I take 8.
Okay.
Cool.
I resolve a ponder
Sounds good.
and arsenal.
Cool.
And you will feel remorse. I feel no remorse.
I think you feel no remorse.
That's
yeah.
true.
Look, you just
I
killed
definitely
someone.
don't, but it's not clear whether or not you feel remorse for not blocking that.
I mean, if I take 32 actions on my turn and die, I probably
That
will feel
would
some
be,
remorse.
I mean, that'd be pretty funny. Can't lie. That'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool for me.
You just died. Yeah, if I turned into Brainstorm Kano, but it killed me first. All right, Tunic is already up. Agility is active. I will. Yeah, let's play a Savage Feast. Pitch a Wrecker Romp.
Sure.
Discard Wild Ride. Make a Might, and then draw a card.
Sounds good.
Coming in for 6.
Coming in for 6 with 2 floating and a card in hand.
Oh, and I lose life.
You do, in fact,
Let
lose
us do
life.
that.
Thank you. I will say no blocks.
Okay, no reaction.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and Mandible Claw for 3 go again.
Why start now? No blocks.
Okay. And then I will pass. I will decline to Arsenal.
Okay. That's a blue wrecker romp if I've ever heard one.
It came up and I was like, that's just about the worst card I could possibly draw there. But it's the price you pay for having a blue 6, I suppose.
2
Okay.
Indeed. All right. We will Skullbone Crosswrap. Revealing a Seek and Destroy, opt 1. Interesting. I'm going to bottom that.
Seek and Destroy, okay.
Going to play the Seek and Destroy. Going to pitch a Codex of Frailty to activate Death Dealer. Load in. Oh. Nothing. I didn't think that part through. Okay. That is actually fine.
Okay.
We will.
Do I smell a Codex of Frailty coming my way?
There's not a whiff of that in the air. We will play a Lace with Frailty. We are going to then play a Knock the Death Whistle.
Aha, I see.
And now I have to decide what I'm looking for here. What is the most irritating thing that I can possibly get for you? I think it is actually, in this matchup, a Sleep Dart.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, going to do that.
Oh yeah, I guess depending on what I want to do with 5s being 6s. Like if I want to play a draw discard.
I think that
or
is
anything.
actually has the potential to be more disruptive than a Red in the Ledger.
I think so, yeah. Because it would mean like a Wild Ride or a Bear. Like a Wild Ride couldn't have go again unless I actually hit a 6.
Yep.
Which I don't actually know if I know the number. No, I think I've looked at like the popper numbers. They're definitely still like 15 to 20 or something. Like actual 6s. But
yeah, you have plenty, but it just increases the risk, I
Yeah.
think.
you have enough for popping. You don't have enough for like assuming the top card of your deck is 1.
Yeah. Put that on top. I will decline reload.
Decline reload. Okay.
I will play a Codex of Frailty.
Okay.
Give you a Frailty and myself a Ponder.
Okay.
And we will grab
What do I want to grab?
grab another Sleep Dart.
Okay. Sleep Dart. Okay. Interesting.
And then I'll wait for you to resolve.
Yeah, I got to do something. I'll do this. I'll put in anything better than Swing Big. I think Swing Big is just 2 for 8 is pretty good. I'll put in a Swing Big and then get a little crazy. I'll discard this Beast Within. Oh no, it has to trigger.
Please take your life.
Beast Within. Okay, so I lose 1 life.
And
Oh my god, I just imagine hitting a KO with Sleep Dart and then they discard a Beast Within. How many things I can hit? I don't know how you would make them do. Actually, if their last card in hand was Beast Within somehow.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sick.
I don't know how that would come up. Like I think the KO would have to like blunder their way into it. But I hadn't thought about that interaction before.
I'm going to Azalea.
Mm-hmm.
And we will fire the sleep dart for that is going to be 11 dominate, on hit, a second frailty, and seek and destroy is active.
Ooh, it's seek and destroy and no hero ability.
Yep.
That is low key messed up.
Had to do something messed up because you are 14 life ahead of me.
Yeah, the damage output has been pretty good. Okay, so if this is blank, what happens? I will have 2 weapon zones, okay? My attacks won't get +1 as discards, and I won't make a might. So losing the might is not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Losing the +1 is potentially really bad. Can I work around it? And this is 11 dominate?
11 dominate, correct.
Okay.
I simply love to come in for 11.
Yeah, you think you've done 3 turns of 11 or something. I think I have to do it... Yeah, I think that actually works okay. No hero ability. I'm trying to think if I can fuck myself in some way. No, I think it's okay. Not like that person who's off camera. Not the way you're thinking.
I mean, she just saw me bugging at the camera.
I will block for 3 since I'm dominated. So I take
Okay, you take
8. Yeah.
You have a second frailty.
Oh my god.
So there's that. And Seek and Destroy is active, and you have no hero ability this turn.
Okay.
Go in shitty health.
Yes.
I will resolve my Ponder token. Whoop, we'll draw 1 card, not 2. Yoink. And we will Arsenal that.
Right. Hey, at least you grew someone's arm back. Because I know you think you're doing something cruel and hateful, but you actually helped the disabled brute to have a new arm.
It's
so
temporarily. It's like that scene in the Fantastic Four where they make the Thing human again, but only briefly, and then he goes back to being a monster.
Or like Flowers for Algernon, maybe? It's almost worse to...
Yeah, there's a cruelty inherent to it, I think, if you think about it.
Yeah, Kayo gains a second weapon zone. Okay, Tunic is already up. I don't have any tokens. I'm going to play Blood Rush Bellow, and I will discard Beast Within, which is still a 6.
Sure.
And it will trigger. So...
is that a 6?
Oh, wait. This is not a 6. Oh, I didn't. I just talked about this and then...
Yep, yeah. So now...
Do you mind if I pitch the Beast Within and discard the Wrecker Romp instead?
That's fine, as long as we notate that for the home audience.
Yeah, because that would...
that would be very funny.
That'd be very funny. I was literally saying how funny it would be. Okay. We'll put a big buzzer to denote my misplay. We will pitch this, and then we will just do this, not make a might, and draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Normally. Okay.
Okay.
But, yeah, those both would have been, yeah. Would have been 2 life lost at least.
That would have evened up the game real fast.
It would have been very funny. I maybe should have let it happen just for how funny it would have been.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just make a note of how deep I would have gone into the deck
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Beast Within. Okay. In that case, I'll...
Just to be clear, in future games, when I make that mistake, we're keeping it in.
Oh no, I want to keep this all in. It's very funny, but there's going to be a big, like, I'll do it like an infomercial where it like turns all... When I'm doing that play, the screen turns to black and white, and it's like, don't you hate when you make misplays and you fuck up?
There has to be a better way.
It's called takebacks.
It's called cheating.
I will attack with the Mandible Claw for still 3.
Still,
Right,
oh yes, because
plus
of
2
yep,
and then frailty.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I will declare no blocks.
Sure, taking 3. And then I'll pay 2 to do the swing big for -2, +2, 8.
This is an interesting point in this game. This is where my inherent desire to just YOLO, I think, maybe gets me into trouble.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like it is what Azalea kind of wants to do. You just want to like throw
yeah, it
arrows
is.
in
It
my
does
fist.
because it's like, what am I doing if I block with these cards? It's like not anything Like, I don't think I'm getting back in the game doing that, especially with your damage output. So I'm going to go to 5.
Okay, sounds good. I don't get to Arsenal because I'm Seek and Destroyed.
Yep.
And I don't have an agility, so my next turn could be not the most impactful, but I will have to discard a card and I will pass it to you.
We will see. You are no longer under Sleep Dart.
KO's back.
KO is in fact back.
Only one arm
Tunic
once again.
To 3. Alright, I will activate Skullbone Crosswrap. Oh, your frailties go away.
Yes,
Also.
yes.
Revealing a blue infecting shot.
Okay.
Up 1.
Everyone's favorite infecting shot.
Everyone's favorite infecting shot. I will.
I actually did like that one a lot in Lexi.
Azalea.
Okay.
We will reveal a Lace with Blood Rot, which we will play.
Okay.
We will pitch to activate Death Dealer, having an arrow this time, which is pretty clutch.
Brilliant.
Loading in a red infecting shot, drawing a card. We will.
Oh shit! I forget which of these I drew first. I think I could have potentially lost like 5 life off that beast with it, which would have been not a pro gamer move.
Not a pro gamer move. We will play a second Lace with Blood Rot. And we will.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, we will spend 1 to fire infecting shots. Let me get the blood rots at stake here. This is going to be for 11. 3 blood rots.
3 blood rots. And you have 2 cards in your hand?
I have 2 cards in my hand.
Huh. The funny thing about Fleshbag is it doesn't even stop you from playing Rain Razors because it's just an instant. So it doesn't actually do anything to you. It's 11 again, your favorite number?
It is 11 again.
Okay.
Except it's actually 17.
That's pretty good.
Bryn doing the math to confirm.
Interesting. Well, you do have but 5 life. And if I'm being honest about the block
5.
value of my hand, half of it is non-existent. So I don't think I would go to 11 if I took it, and then have 3 blood rots, which would deal me 6. Put me to 5. Potentially I could still pay for him. I guess you have Snapdragons. That's actually a reason to use Fleshbag. Because you could like do a Bullseye Bracers, another arrow or something, or a Ravenous Rabble, or yeah. Let's just give you 2 and Intimidate. Okay.
Rain Razors.
Fair.
I will intimidate that one.
Cool. No other reactions from me, so this basically cancels out, right? 2 and 2.
It does, yes.
So I'm
correct.
taking
so you're taking 11.
11.
And 3 blood rot boxes.
Alrighty. My favorite.
Okay, so if I just live, this is going to be a tie game at the end of it, which is going to be pretty fun. I will Arsenal.
Right. If you take no damage, then it goes to tie.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Unless you do some crazy pitching, but
To pay for him? Yeah. Yeah, Swing Hammer, pitch 3 blues, pass. Okay. Tunic is already up. All I have is these bullshit tokens you've given me. I will start with a Wild Ride.
I figured you might.
Yeah. Draw and discard. Okay. Did I draw something that will make me lose the game on the spot? Let's find out.
Ooh, this one.
Yeah. Not this time.
Okay. That would have been very funny. 6 here. 6 here is pretty good.
And I make a Might from KO.
You do.
Yes. He's back in action. Let's get over here with my Blood Rot.
Block 6.
Alrighty. Drill Shot Remorseless, okay. And then we will Mandible Claw for 3 go again, floating 2.
I don't love that. We will block 3.
Sure. Then I will play Command and Conquer.
Ow. Block 4.
Okay.
Take 2.
Take 2. Destroy your arsenal.
Yep. It is a codex.
Damn. Okay. That was a pretty lucky CNC draw.
Yeah.
And then I will take 6.
Yep.
Go to
okay.
5.
Sounds good.
Moment.
I will draw up and pass.
Okay. Do I? No agility. Okay, so I don't have these anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Get him out of here. Might and Tunic is already up. Let's keep on riding the wild ride.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch a send packing. I'll draw and discard.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Make a new might. That's coming in for 7 with go again.
Mm-hmm. I will block 6.
Sure.
Oh, nope, sorry, block 7.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Blocking 7. Then I will pop my Tunic to gain 1 resource. Attack with a swing big, pitching a no fear.
I will die.
Good game.
Good game.
This time I drew the no fear off the top and I was like, that would be funny. I almost hope it happens just to see what does happen. But,
Yeah, that is, I mean, I think that was exactly what we talked about. You got on the front foot early.
Mhm.
I maybe made a mistake going first. I think probably going second, it puts me in a better position.
I felt like my going second hand was almost as good as I could have hoped for because I had a wind up. I had an agile wind up. I had send packing, which forced you to give me some cards, and then I had blood rush to arsenal.
Yeah.
So that was definitely like I could have had worse.
Yeah,
going
if you're,
second
I mean,
hands.
yeah, and I guess maybe that's an argument for going second in this matchup as Azalea because you have so much, because send packing is a card and you can just completely undo what you're trying to do as far as getting your engine up and running.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to be dominating me to like
Yeah.
deal damage.
Yeah,
can
you,
just,
I mean,
like,
you
send
don't
a
want to
bunch.
block anyway.
Yeah, it's not like I want to give you my cards. Although, yeah, the the hand I drew after I almost blood rushed Beast Within myself, I had 2 5s and 2 6s. I forget which one I drew first.
Sure.
But potentially I could have taken 4 damage before I actually drew a card, which doesn't seem worth it. So that was actually a really interesting interaction, the Sleep Dart plus Beast Within Blood Rush situation. Because my hand, I was like, oh, I actually have 6s, so I can still do Blood Rush. But
Yeah, this is a really strange and I think kind of undesirable meta to be playing Azalea. And I think there are, like, your good matchups, you couldn't get away from you so easily. And you have so many, I mean, and then there's Dromai, which is just like a really tough matchup to find your bearings in any circumstance.
yeah, it really feels like people are just low on the deck. Like, not many people are playing Ninja. There's not even like Rune Blades to try to farm. I don't know. There's like, this is the aggro deck, and it can like block pretty well and disrupt your arsenal.
Yeah, it's and then that doesn't even account for Guardians. You can just sit here and wait for you to run out of arrows.
For sure. Yeah, it definitely felt like a matchup where like if you stumbled, like I felt like I always had a solid KO turn, and I didn't like I lost a couple cards to like Seek and Destroy effect or like. But I never got red in the ledger, which like did feel different. I guess just because it's like not as impactful if I have, a 2-card 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not nearly as good to do.
Yeah, I guess the turn that I did sleep dart you and tutored that, you had go again anyway. Did you blood rush on that turn?
That turn I blood rush, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was only worked because I had 6s in my hand, like actual 6s in my hand that I could discard.
Sure.
But there's definitely worlds where it's like I have like a bunch of 5s in my hand and blood rush and like no good use of my hand. Because I also don't think I had. Did I have an agility that turn? I don't actually remember.
I guess. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if I read in the ledger, I limit your turn ceiling to 6, no matter what.
Or like 8 if I have exactly.
If you have exactly swing big.
Yeah, or bare fangs.
Yeah.
But which is still, I mean, it's like I feel like you like it in Ninja to potentially make it 3 or 4, or maybe 7 if they have E strike. But yeah, 8. It just feels like a lot to. You had Seek and Destroy as well, though, so potentially I like waste a lot of cards. I don't know. It doesn't. It definitely is not like as backbreaking as it can be in other matchups.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in that particular situation, Red in the Ledger would be better. I'm not sure, and I'm sure people will have thoughts. So tell us in the comments, ideally while calling me a cuck.
Yeah, why don't you go down to the comments and let us know what you would have done?
Yeah, is Red in the Ledger better in this matchup, or is Sleep Dart? I think it is maybe closer than I think the Common Wisdom would lend, but I am also very stupid. So.
Yeah, I do think you are wanting to go again as often as you can in KO.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think. And until next time, keep cranking.
Keep cranking it.